Voice of America's Newswords.
Welcome to the Voice America's Newsword.
On March 11th, the World Health Organization described the spread.
On March 11, the World Health Organization described the spread
of a new coronavirus disease called COVID-19.
of a new coronavirus disease called COVID-19. Pandemic.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
COVID-19 can be characterized as a pandemic.
Pandemic is not a word to use lightly.
Pandemic is not a word to use lightly.
The Director General said
The Director General said
more than 100 countries have reported cases of the virus. And it is spreading.
A pandemic is an event in which a disease spreads very quickly.
A pandemic is an event in which disease spreads very quickly,
Affecting a large number of people in many
a large number of people
countries on several continents.
in many countries on several continents.
The World Health Organization describes a pandemic as the worldwide spread of a new
The World Health Organization described a pandemic as the worldwide spread
disease.
of a new disease.
Of America's Newsword.
Welcome to the Voice America's Newsword.
The coronavirus forced lockdowns in many countries.
The coronavirus forced lockdown in many countries
To prevent the spread of COVID-19.
to prevent the spread of COVID-19.
Economies began to slowly reopen
Economics began to slowly reopen
as disease control improved.
Hygiene.
People went shopping again,
People went shopping again,
ate in restaurants, and returned to school.
ate in restaurants, and returned to school.
However, new hygiene rules and keeping a distance became the new normal.
However, new hygiene rules and keeping a distance become the new normal.
Hygiene is conditions or actions that
Hygiene is condition or action
help keep people and environments clean
that help keep people and environments clean
to prevent disease and other health problems.
to prevent disease and other health problems.
Good hygiene includes washing your hands often, especially before meals.
Good hygiene includes washing your hands and often, especially before meals.
Voice of America's Newsword.
Welcome to the Voice of America's Newsword.
Pineapples are not just for eating.
Pineapples are not just for eating.
Soon you might be wearing a pineapple
Soon you might be wearing a pineapple
in some form.
in some form. Unique.
Carmen Hiosa created a material called Pineatex.
Carmen Hiosa created a material called a Pineatex
From the fibers of pineapple leaves.
from the fibers of pineapple leaves.
Pineatex has been used by hundreds of fashion manufacturers to make clothing and shoes.
henna tag has been used by hundreds of fashion manufacturers to make clothing and shoes.
Altier is a clothing company that makes jackets with the material.
Altier is a clothing company that makes jackets with the material,
Giving them a unique look and feel.
giving them a unique look and feel.
Unique means that someone or something
Unique means the someone or something
is not like anyone or anything else.
is not like anyone and not something else.
It is something or someone singular,
It is something or someone singular,
without equal.
without equal.
To the Voice of America's news words.
Welcome to the Voice of America News World.
A new study says environmental pollution
A new study says environmental pollution
is killing more people than war and violence.
is killing more people than war and violence.
Toxic.
Toxic.
The Lancet Medical Journal released a study on pollution.
The Lancet Medical Journal released a study on pollution.
It reports that 1 out of every
It reports that 1 out of every 6
6 early deaths in the world
early deaths in the world
in 2015, about 9 million,
in 2015, about 9 million,
could be linked to disease from toxic air and water.
could be linked to disease from toxic air and water.
Toxic describes poisonous material
Toxic describe poisonous material
that can cause physical damage and death.
that can cause physical damage and death.
Usually, pollution contains toxic material.
Usually, pollution contains toxic material.
Toxic can also describe someone or something as mean and harmful.
Toxic can also describe someone or something as mean and harmful.
To the Voice of America's news words.
Welcome to the Voice of America's News World.
In April, workers in the city of Srinagar
In April, workers in the city of
began
Srinagar began
to prepare places to hold sick patients.
to prepare place to hold sick patients. Makeshift.
Authorities in the Kashmir Valley
Authorities in the Kashmir Valley
decided to use indoor sports centers
decided to use indoor sports centers
as makeshift hospitals
as makeshift hospital
for a possible large outbreak
for
of
a possible large outbreak
COVID-19 cases.
of COVID-19 cases.
In a race against time to
In a race against time
fight the deadly virus,
to fight the deadly virus,
authorities said the makeshift centers
authorities said to makeshift centers
would be ready to accept patients in a couple of days.
would be ready to accept patients in a couple of days.
Makeshift describes something that fills a sudden and
Makeshift describes something that fills a sudden and unexpected need.
Something that is makeshift
Something that is makeshift
is quickly made for temporary use
is quickly made for temporary use
because nothing else is available.
because nothing else is available.